I hope you're all doing well. My name is Nyoman Komala Anjani, number 35 from 10th grade, class 12. So here I will tell you about the tribal war in Sampit, which occurred in 2001. I made this video to complete an assessment from an English subject regarding Recount text. So what are we waiting for? Let's get to the story. The Dayak tribe is a tribe that inhabits the island of Kalimantan. The Dayak people have a kinship with the Banjar tribe. Both are said to become from siblings, where the younger siblings live in the crowd and become the Banjar tribe, while the older siblings live in nature, becoming the Dayak tribe. The Dayak people are actually quite shy and friendly people. Many people from other areas are well received in the land of Kalimantan by the Dayak as long as they do not cause trouble and violate the hereditary culture there. The chaos that occurred was the result of several conflicts more than 20 years before the year of the outbreak of this war. From the available data, there were several incidents that were always related between the Madures and Dayak tribes. Among them were economic, violent, and immoral. However, during that time, the conflict could be resolved by customary agreement, but from the trend that was seen, the victims often fell from the Dayak tribe, while the police were considered not serious and often the cases disappeared without any clarity. Gradually, the number of Madures tribe in the land of Kalimantan increased rapidly. Even the ranks of the council and city leaders at that time generally had Madures blood. Madures dominance began to be felt after several punishments were considered to always benefit the Madures tribe. For example, in 2000, in Pangkut West, Kota Waringin, one Dayak family was killed by Madures. The perpetrators of the massacre fled without any legal resolution at all. The Madures tribe, who were told, some of them began to surprise the Dayak tribe at that time. But in terms of work and exhortation, Dayak tribe trees and forests were cut down, open for business interests, and buildings were built by immigrants. The Banjar tribe also experienced this, but the Banjar tribe still fought back, unlike the Dayak tribe who chose to give in, and that was in their true nature. They gave in until they were finally squeezed almost into the forest. A series of events cannot be mentioned one by one, but because there have been many bad things done by the Madures tribe, it finally became a surge of anger in the hearts of the Dayak tribe. The peak was there was an issue that the Madures tribe want to make the land of Kalimantan a second Sampang and suppress and oppress the native tribe of the land. In addition, there was also news that one of the children of Dayak tribal chief experienced unpleasant treatment, rape, by a number of people from the Madures tribe. This was something that the Dayak people could no longer accept at that time. As a result, the Dayak tribe, which was previously oppressed and small in number compared to the newcomers, finally united, closing ranks with the Banjar tribe. They finally fought back against what happened to their brothers. At that time, for the Dayak tribe, the Madures tribe was no longer worthy of being on the land of Kalimantan and was not in accordance with the values that they had always maintained. And from this moment, rumors about the magical abilities of the Dayak people finally surfaced. Yes, only in a desperate situation and to defend their tribe. Various weapons were brandished in the air that day. The Dayak people were heating up. Those who had been friendly and quiet began to show their firm and tough side. In groups, they combat the settlements, looking for the perpetrators of the absolute murder, and everything that had been free. It is said that the Madras tribe can be recognized by the Dayak tribe from their sense. They can distinguish between immigrants from other areas and immigrants from the Madras tribe. Moreover, who had been causing trouble in their land? According to some people, the Dayak tribe saw the Madras tribe at that time whose head resembled cows and smell of cows. That was the sign of the Madras. War could not be avoided. The battle broke out and Sampit became a terrible war arena. The Madras tribe could be said to be fugitives in one area of Kalimantan. Hearing their brothers put out resistance, the Dayak tribe, who had been scattered and spread to East Kalimantan, South Kalimantan, West Kalimantan, and even Malaysia, finally returned. Now the Dayak tribe has again become dominant in the land of their ancestors. Some Madras people tried to fight back but failed because the Dayak tribe is not an ordinary tribe. They have expertise in using mandau, a special Dayak sword, and blowpipes. They walk with spears, arrows, and sharp weapons in their hands. As soon as they sense the presence of Madras, they will chase and finish them off. Massive evacuation occurred. The conflict broke out very horribly. However, the Dayak tribe is still the Dayak tribe who know its noble values. Data records, attacks were only carried out on Madras who were on the road and fighting back. There were no other attacks. In fact, the Dayak tribe did not destroy other religions' houses of worship at all. They did not even attack Madras who took refuge in churches or mosques. The Madras tribe was clearly outnumbered and outmatched at that time. What they faced were people who could not even be injured with sharp weapons and were able to detect their presence only by smell. The police could not do much. The conflict broke out and spread evenly. Among the police were also descendants of the Madras tribe and forced them to evacuate. This riot continued until February 20, 2001. The city of Sampit was paralyzed. All activities were stopped, be it schools, office workers, civil servants, and even many shop owners closed their shop and evacuated. Every person who dared to pass through the gathering point was checked. If their accent was Madras or they smelled of cows, they would be stopped and killed. On the other hand, other tribes would only be ordered to turn around and go home without experiencing any violence or intimidation. That night, the electric went out. The horror was compounded by the pitch-black conditions. Several housing complexes were kept on night watch. Other tribes, besides Madras and Dayak, defended their village and kept watch so that no outsider would hide. At a time of chaos like this, with the conflict still raging, other shocking news emerged. When the Dayak Dalam tribe entered Sampit, it is said that with them came the legendary Dayak figures, namely Panglima Burung and Panglima Kumbang. Panglima Burung became one of the names that spread among the Dayak people and was feared by the Madras at that time. According to the news circulating, Panglima Burung was actually a quiet and shy person. He was very friendly and rarely interacted with other people. However, when this war broke out, he became one of those who helped the attack by killing without being seen. Wow! The flying mandau flew in the air and directly attacked the necks of the enemies until they were severed. Many witnesses confirmed the existence of this flying mandau during the Sampit conflict, a sign that the Panglima Burung had joined this massive battle. In the midst of fear and darkness, the fire engine sirens continued to sound. Fire and smoke billowed high into the sky. Where else could it have come from if not from the houses of the Madras that were burned? If they are not burned, they will return, said one of the Dayak tribe. The refugees focused on government agencies. None of them dared to return to their respective homes at that time, even though some of them were from other tribes. They were ordered to put yellow or turmeric in front of their houses before evacuating so that it was recognized that it was not a Madras house. This war also took place outside Sampit. It spread to Sama City, Palangkaraya, and Pontianak, although the epicenter of the war remained the highest in Sampit. It was recorded that at least 500 people died at that time, although many believe that actual number was closer to 1,000 because of the many bodies that were thrown away or had their liver and organs eaten. There is no definite data on how many people died at that time. Meanwhile, from the Dayak tribe side, there is no definite data on the number of the victims. On February 23, 2001, the condition could be said to have recovered. Although vigilance was still high at the time, the pump water was still red, supposedly due to blood. Meanwhile, the Dayak Dalam tribe returned to the forests, and Dayak people from various regions returned to their areas. Tribes other than Madura also returned home and found their houses instead, not looted and not burned. Meanwhile, the Madurais people at that time chose to return to Madura because they were afraid and worried about further conflicts. Besides, their property and houses had also been burnt down. Several years ago, a similar conflict almost happened again, but the police quick action managed to calm the conflict so that it did not spread. Hopefully, this will be a valuable lesson for all of us. Where the earth is stepped on, there the sky is upheld. Wherever we are, then respect and appreciate all the customs there. This incident would not have happened if each ethnic group lived side by side with mutual respect for each other. The Dayak and Madras tribe finally made peace, and this is symbolized by a monument or pole carved from wood that is quite high. The goal is for everyone in every corner to see and know that peace and security are above all. In 2015, a more magnificent and larger monument was erected, and in the middle of the monument, the old monument in the form of a wooden carving was maintained. Alright, so that's the story about the tribal war in Sampit, which took place for quite a long time and claimed many victims. Hopefully, our beloved country will not experience war like that again and will continue to maintain a harmonious unity. That's the end of the video. Sorry if there are any mistake in words or sentence that I didn't mean to do. Thank you and nice to meet you.